On, y'all, it's Big Facts again, coming at you with another video. So this just in, presidential candidate nominee Kamala Harris has just dropped out of the race. These reports are just coming in, and for quite some time, those who have been following this primary election leading up to the main presidential election this upcoming 2020, you will see this was going to happen. All right. And a lot of the reasons why this came about was because of the exuberant spending, the mismanagement of funds, and the no direction, no plan, no course of action going on in the Harris camp. That is what's been going on. Since October, and probably even earlier than that, staffers, several of them, staff members in the campaign had been laid off. Because they did not have the money to be able to pay them. They did not have the money for advertisement. And the reason why I bring up the advertisement claim is because Kamala Harris had actually been dropping in the polls. They had redirected a lot of their efforts into Iowa because that's the first and earliest caucus going on. And when they ran poll numbers like the Monmouth poll, the Quinnipiac poll, and the most recent Monmouth, Kamala Harris was receiving about 3% of the support in Iowa. She was in line with Andrew Yang. She was not with the heavyweights like Joe Biden or Elizabeth Warren. She was not amongst them. She was actually pretty low. And people want to, especially in the black sector, will want to say, oh, because she lost the support of black people. No, that's just not it. This just goes to show you that with politics, it requires money. Money. A great deal. A great amount of it. And quite honestly, she just didn't have the big dollars backing her. Not at all. The big money did not support her. No matter how they want to paint it, they were not behind her. Coupled with the fact that her camp had no discipline, no plan, no strategy, and the mismanagement of funds with overhiring the staffers, then having to cut them off because you're paying the top level staffers and the people in that camp, the top level, you're paying them exuberant amount of money, but then the lower ones aren't getting anything. And then you oversaturate it with lower staffers, with low-level staffers. This just goes to show that, hey, if she was running the country, this is not just a bad look for her, but just a bad look for the Democrats that, hey, we're dealing with the issue. You carry the stigma of overspending. The budget is out of whack. And you can't even run a campaign correctly. You can't even be fiscally responsible in a campaign. Coupled with that, you dealing with the stigma of being a woman. And most people have this idea that women can't make up decisions. They can't be decisive. And you can't decide on who's going to run your campaign, whether it's going to be your sister Maya or Juan Rodriguez, who is actually supposed to be your campaign manager, but he can't make any decisions until it's ran through Maya, your sister. So this just goes to show she just fit every single stereotype that, as a minority, you should try to defeat. The overspending, the indecisiveness, all were characteristics of the Kamala Harris camp. And on top of that, on top of so much of the infighting and the overspending, which is what destroyed her campaign, she doesn't even have the true support of the people of her base. She can't even galvanize her base because her base doesn't even know what is her true agenda. She can't be who she really is because what she is a prosecutor. She locked up a lot of minorities, especially out here in the state of California. She can't go that angle. She can't go the far right angle. So what is she? There's no agenda for her. No agenda for her. So this was doomed to fail. This was actually not doomed. This was bound to fail, which is what happened. But as time goes on, we're going to get even more insight. But I want to hear what y'all have to say. Like, comment, subscribe down below. I'm out.